These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Faye Fredericks. Here's some of our top stories on this Monday. An investigation underway after a shooting involving police leaves one man dead and two officers injured. Both officers were treated at a hospital and have been released after a physical fight with the suspect. Police say this started around 8 last night with a call about a man with a large knife in a Family Dollar store. When officers arrived, they say he ran into a stock room and they found him on a freezer. Officers say when he did come down, he didn't cooperate and ran when they tried to handcuff him. Here's what police say happened next.
During the fight, our officers were able to take out their tasers in order to control him. He was able to gain control of one of those tasers, and that's when the officer-involved shooting occurred.
Police say the suspect died there at the scene. They have not said whether just one or both officers fired their guns. The suspect and officers have not been identified yet. Police say multiple employees and customers were in the store. None of them was injured. To an investigation in the East Valley now after a shooting involving Chandler officers. This was near Arizona Avenue and Ray Road. Court documents show officers responded to reports of shots fired from a home. When they searched it, they saw two men and a woman in a backyard. Officers say one of the men shot multiple times and one of the officers thought he was shooting at them, so they fired back. Nobody was injured. 3 people were then detained. The man they believe shot the gun claims he shot at the ground. Right now, there's no evidence he knew officers were there. He was arrested. Campaign stops continue to ramp up here in Arizona. Ohio Senator and GOP Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance will be in Arizona tomorrow, speaking in Peoria and Tucson. And President Joe Biden will be here Thursday. No details just yet on the reason for his visit. Former President Bill Clinton will also be here this week. ABC 15's political team working to get details on that as well. For all the important dates and information on propositions and candidates, our ABC 15 political team is here to help break everything down. Find out what you need to know about the election on abc15.com/voter guide. ABC 15 remembering the remarkable life of Navajo code talker John Kinsel Sr. The Navajo Nation Council announcing he passed away at 107 years old. The Arizona native was among the brave Navajo men who transmitted messages during World War II using a code based on their native language. Navajo Nation Council says his memory will continue to inspire generations to come. In honor of Kinsel, all flags on the Navajo Nation will be flown at half-staff through next weekend. Happening today, the 25th Navajo Nation Council meeting in Window Rock to begin the 2024 Fall Council session. Council will consider legislation that impacts the nation. Domestic Violence Awareness Walk is also planned. It starts at the Navajo Nation Museum and ends at the Council Chamber. Governor Katie Hobbs hosting a ceremony today recognizing the 5-member National Guard crew and emergency response teams who helped in evacuation efforts during deadly flash flooding on the Havasupai Reservation. Flooding happened in August. Tribal leaders are still working to clean up debris, but announced many of the trails and the falls are back open to visitors. Big name in music making a stop in Phoenix as part of her upcoming tour. Shakira will be at the Footprint Center next year. Because of high demand, she's added more tour dates in North America and expanded to stadiums. She'll be performing on June 22nd. General ticket sales start Friday at noon. You can get them at Shakira.com. Are you feeling spooky, Arizona? If so, get ready for a thriller of a night at the Phoenix Zoo. Zoo's inviting you to a spooky safari event. Take a nighttime stroll around the park, trick or treat, play ghoulish games, and of course, see the animals, right? It's actually a 3-day event. It kicks off Wednesday from 5:30 to 8:30. Tickets are $18 online, but do act fast because they sell out quickly.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. After a nice, cool fall weekend, low pressure is out of here and high pressure is building in. Now, this is going to keep the forecast dry and really warm things up again throughout the week. So starting tomorrow, the 90s are back. We'll hit 60s in the morning, still a nice, cool start. 73 around 9 a.m., 87 at noon. But 95 will be our high tomorrow, which is going to put us well above the average of 87 for this time of year. And we're still looking at about 90 degrees around 6 p.m. before we drop into the 80s tomorrow evening. Here's the next 7 days. The forecast gets a little bit hotter. In fact, mid to upper 90s are in play for the rest of the week and over the weekend. We might even break records on Friday with a high of 97 and Saturday with a high of 99 degrees. Temperatures will start to drop again early next week as another storm system passes to our north. It'll bring some more clouds, cooler air, and some breezes back to our state too on Monday.